Hey guys, I'm out here working on the review for the GFX Pentax adapter, the tilt rocker, and was just thinking about something that keeps coming up when people talk about the GFX system and should I switch from Sony, Nikon to a GFX, about the medium format look, and it just reminded me that the medium format look in the film days was, Hasselblad contact sheet was square exposures. So it was, you knew it was Hasselblad. That wasn't the medium format look. The Pentax lenses people really liked them because of the way they drew skin tone. The body of the camera was pretty big. Didn't have a great record of needing service. Had a 1/30th of a sync, flash sync, huge mirror slap. So I don't think anyone wanted a camera for that. They wanted it for these lenses. Which is maybe why I really like these lenses on the GFX so much. There's something about that to be said, that the way the lenses draw, but you can also put those lenses on a Sony or a Nikon. So that's not the only thing. One of the things and this is the reason why I really like shooting with medium format or GFX series, or the Hasselblad series actually, the X, is the aspect ratio of the image ratio, 3:4. I'm going to overlay a couple of crops on this so you can see what I'm talking about, because if you're shooting portrait, 3:4 is pretty much the ratio that you need for an 8:10 print or an 11:14 or a magazine page. If you shoot 35mm vertical, I've never really liked that. You have to trim the top and the bottom. I'll show that crop. I'll overlay this while I'm talking to you guys right now, and then you'll see. To me, 35mm landscape, yeah, looks great. I do also tend to like the 3:4 landscape better. I like to print it that way. I know it looks sometimes with wide angle, it looks more cinematic or whatever that means in the 35mm format. But you can crop any format. It's what you get out of the sensor and the way the sensor, how you utilize the sensor the best. So if you have a 60 megapixel Sony or Nikon, and you shoot vertical, you shoot a portrait, and you make for a magazine page or for an 8:10 print or headshot, you're probably going to crop the top and the bottom, which also means that you're really, out of 60 megapixels, you're really only getting maybe 45 or 50 megapixels, which brings it to about half the resolution of this. I'm not saying that this is the resolution is not necessarily the biggest reason to get this. Although I did see that I went back and I shot these same lenses, the same Pentax lenses, on the GFX 50, and I didn't really like them. It was something that I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the combination of the sensor with these lenses. And I went back to look at these files, and it's amazing to me how much better I like these lenses on the 100 megapixel file. Maybe it's something with the sensor, maybe it's something with the effortless resolution that the sensor has, that the lenses, there's just so much detail there that, and I find that with pretty much all the files and all the lenses, that I just don't need any sharpening with this camera, which is great. So maybe that's one thing. One thing's for sure, I really, the reason why I shoot medium format is the 3:4 ratio in portrait and in landscape. So again, I'm gonna overlay the stuff right here. Overlay the 4:3 and the 3:2 in this as well, and you can see. Obviously, if you crop the 4:3 sensor horizontally, top and bottom, to make it more skinny, or like a 3:2, you still have more resolution than on a smaller sensor. Just wanted to give you that kind of idea. Whenever I see medium format look, I always think, you know, shallow depth of field, I almost never shoot really shallow depth of field. It doesn't, so that's not medium format look to me. There's also one more thing, and this is why people shoot 4x5 and 8x10 cameras, because if you put up a 4x5, 8x10 camera in front of somebody, they will react to that camera totally differently. So they're not going to sit there and expect you to shoot 20 frames a second and then you pick one. It's a completely different thing. If you take a portrait, the person in front of the camera is going to react to that camera differently depending on what the camera looks like. So you're going to get a different picture if you hold an iPhone up to a person, or if you set up a fake 4x5 camera, put an iPhone in it, and take that picture through a box, through a gigantic box. You're going to get a different reaction, and oftentimes with portraits, the reaction is what makes the picture, what makes the expression. So anyway, rant end. Thanks. This is great. Really liking this adapter, by the way.